Yo, 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 and welcome back to the Banter Boys podcast. My name is Sanji. With me is Ryan. How you doing, boy?
Yo, shit game week.
Don't even get me started. I'm so fucking glad I've missed everything this weekend.
Yeah, you're traveling.
Yeah, I'm in Wales.
Nice.
I've seen more sheep than humans. It's quite lovely, actually.
Is that because humans suck?
Yeah, I mean, humans are responsible for our Fantrax points, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
How's that been though? Weather-wise, good?
I think we got very lucky, because I've been told before that Wales is quite rainy, etc. So I think it rained the day we traveled down. So like the evening that we arrived on, I think it was the Friday evening. It took us like 8 hours to drive here. I mean, we had to stop quite a bit. It usually takes like 5 hours and stuff like that. But when you're traveling with like 4 other adults, 2 kids and a dog, things happen. So, but it was fantastic weather on the Saturday. Honestly, it was really, really hot when we were hiking up Aber Falls. I think I posted some pictures and stuff in the groups and stuff like that.
Right.
Then I stayed up till like 5 a.m. or something, I think Saturday evening. So like, or Saturday morning, whatever. So we kind of had a bit of a late wake. Went for a roast. Did a bit of a hike up a hill where we're staying as well. It was lovely. I'll send you pictures and stuff of that. And I think people in our Discord are asking for pictures and stuff of that. So I think we're gonna make one of another million channels. I think we'll probably add a channel for people to post pictures of trips and stuff that they're on. I mean, that's just the community that we have in our Discord, right?
Yep.
But yeah, how was your weekend? Otherwise, other than football, obviously.
Not too bad. Finally getting some downtime. So just been catching up on some sleep. Pretty much that's it.
Yeah, but now unfortunately we're going into a bit of a crunch, right? I mean, I guess for those who aren't aware, this is going to be a waiver pod. I think we're going to have a couple of waiver pods before we go back into the regular data dump league stuff. It's just because of how back to back game week 30, game week 31 and game week 32 are. So we're recording on like Sunday afternoon for you. And the game week resumes or starts on the Tuesday, right? So Hopefully this gets out to you guys on like the Monday by the latest. And you know, we just didn't want to leave you guys hanging, right? So it's going to be a quick discussion waiver pod. We'll see how we can help you guys out. Yeah, I mean, for those who aren't aware, we're a default Fantrax pod. So a lot of the data and the form stuff is all just based on the default categories, etc. I guess I should probably do social plugs as well, right? So Ross, can you please do your thing right here?
Yeah, for sure. So you can message us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles at BantaB. On Discord in the Draft PL channel, Banta Boys #6585. On Reddit, /Banta_Boys. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, all under the name of Banta Boys.
Okay, so hopefully you've listened to Ross. You've hit that 5-star rating button on Spotify. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. If you're not already following us or subscribed to us on either of those platforms, because I feel like that's where majority of our listeners are. We'd really, really, truly appreciate it. And I know people probably were busy, I think, during Easter weekend. I feel like a lot of people kind of tuned out. Not many managers were around, etc. But yeah, I mean, we truly appreciate the support. All we're asking is for the click of a button, right? So, given that we're going to do a quick pod, shall we just jump straight into goalkeepers?
All right. And then now for defenders.
I mean, there's a goalkeeper we can definitely talk about that I mentioned in my article that I faced that was not fun facing.
Muric?
No. Muric, yeah. One of the itches. Yeah, one of those itches. We got to scratch one of the itches. So we'll start with Muric.
Nice. How much did they get this game week?
24.
20? Yeah, it was smashed it.
Disgusting. Yeah, absolutely disgusting, mate. It was not fun facing him.
How many did he concede?
2 goals?
And still that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, you're facing a Chelsea team that struggles to convert chances, right? So
Correct.
I think he made like 11 saves.
Yeah, I think that's what it was I saw.
Yeah, the most for the game week. I mean, funny enough, the other itch, Gerbich, got 6 saves, so...
Yeah, it's been really a brutal week for goalkeepers because I think we own Leno. He finished negative.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who, like, I honestly, when I saw this, so, like, the thing is, because of where I am, I only have connection to the outer world. When I'm home, we have Wi-Fi. When I went for my hike, I had 0 reception whatsoever. So I saw all the scores when I was coming back down the hill. And yeah, it was shocking to see the score between Sheffield United and Fulham 3-3. Never expected that.
And Fulham were behind for a good bit, so absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Clearly they turned it on at the end of the game, but
Yeah.
a bit too late, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, speaking of like the itches, let's talk about Muric really quickly. He seems like a rest of season hold.
Yes. At least based on his 2 games so far, yes.
And I mean, he's only 5% rostered, I think, across leagues. So you should be able to get him, hopefully.
Yep.
And I wouldn't even be worried about the amount of goals that Burnley concede. It's just they concede chances, and he seems to be a better goalkeeper than Trafford. I mean, eye test wise, even his first game where he got like, I think 11-ish points or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even then when I watched it, I was just like, yeah, there's something about this guy.
Agreed.
Would you make that swap though if you had Leno? Because I mean, we've been praising Leno. We know how good Leno is, how good he has been throughout this entire season. Like, where would you stand with respect to that swap? Like, would you swap any goalkeeper you own to Muric, or would you still hold particular names?
Oh, I'm holding most, I think. Like the ones that are worth holding, Alisson, I would even put Leno in that category. Neto, Martinez, probably. He's been back in somewhat of form. Yeah, I probably wouldn't drop those guys for Muric.
Yeah. I guess Gerbich, like, is that even worth going there?
I don't
like,
think so. No.
Yeah, same.
I mean, he does decently on saves, but it's just you don't expect ever to get a clean sheet.
Yeah, and I mean, he still has like 2 negative scores in the 5 games that he's kind of showed up in, right? So
yeah, I mean, his saves have hugely ticked up since then, though. But
yeah,
agreed.
Yeah. Because he got, I think, 6 versus Fulham, 9 versus Bournemouth, and 6 versus Arsenal. So it could be like a matchup dependent sort of pick.
Yeah, could be.
Moreno, we got to talk about him.
So I thought Edison was back.
Same.
I suspect this is a one-off. But if it's not, I would really like Ortega in my squad. I just think he gets saves, whereas Edison doesn't. And then if the clean sheet comes, it's a bonus. But if it's Edison's, like Edison is free in our league. I don't think I'll touch Edison though.
Yeah, same. There's a couple other names. I mean, we know the whole like Brighton situation. They rotate goalkeepers and stuff. But I think we've gotten to the point of the season where I think we accept Verbergen is better than Steele.
Yes, Verbergen had a hugely good, impressive game today. Absolute pulled out one versus like Salah's shot that got deflected late on in the game today. If he let that in, man, could have been a different game week. But
I mean, even if he let that in, he's still scoring double digits.
Yeah. No, he's definitely better than Steele, I'd say, yeah. Should be first choice, you would think.
You'd think.
But De Zerbi has different plans, of course.
Yeah. And final name, Dean Henderson. I guess he comes in because Sam Johnston is pretty much out rest of the season.
Yep. Don't know how to feel about Dino. We've seen sparks in the past.
I want to go back to that trade that you made with Kyle.
Yeah. Dino, I forget who it was, Dalo, Rodrigo, and somebody else for Holland.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we've seen him do it before.
yes. I think he's a good goalkeeper. It's just not full faith in Palace, really.
Yeah. I mean, if we were to look at the fixtures for game week 31, right, and kind of rate these goalkeepers, right? So Muric will be playing Wolves at home. If Verbergen gets a start, he's going to be away to Brentford. If Moreno gets a start, he's at home to Villa. Gerbic is away to Liverpool. And Dean Henderson is away to Bournemouth.
Yeah, of those, Muric, I think Wolves are going through their own injury crisis mode. Failed to score against Villa. I'd back Muric more than the rest.
To get that rare clean sheet, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the saves, of course. The saves will come.
I think you can get saves from Verbergen, from Gerbic. But I don't want to back against Liverpool at home. Like, that could easily be like an 8-0 line.
Yeah. Like, Salah had 12 shots today. Liverpool's conversion was really bad today. If they were on, that could have been a hugely different scoreline.
Yeah. All right. Shall we move on to defenders?
Sure.
Okay. Where would you like to start?
I want to talk about Palace. I just think there's some value here. Munoz, we've spoken about before. On the opposite flank is Mitchell, who I punted on this game week.
Yeah.
I was feeling okay about it while he was keeping a clean sheet. He had like 8 points or so. Then they conceded, ended off with like 6.75 or something like that.
Yeah. I'm
not regretting it.
No, I thought, to be honest, I doubted it. But given your luck in Fantrax right now, well played, man. Honestly, because he got like the 4 key passes the previous game or something like that, right?
Yeah,
with a shot as well in there. So
exactly, and I feel like the play goes through the wings, right, or the wing backs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of up in the air which one gets more ball in the game, but like my issue is more, I don't expect Palace to keep that many clean sheets.
Yeah.
So they have a high-ish floor, but I don't know. So I mean, I could have easily just not picked up Tyrick and played Ben White, and I would have been better off. I actually had an empty spot in my roster, and I picked up Fadio right before that final game. Put him on my bench, but that would have been better off.
I heard he got like 20 ghosts, Guardiola. Is that true?
16.
16. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's with the clean sheet, right? But the other one I was kind of eyeing up because my cup opponent had a Villa defender. He had Moreno, so I was eyeing up Konsa or Pau Torres, and I just don't think Pau Torres does well on goals.
Agreed.
If it was, I was trying to cover that clean sheet potential, it would have been Konsa, and man, that's some huge regret.
Yeah, but Konsa's not usually that good.
He's not. So I don't know. I'm still just gonna back the people. Even like Ben White, I thought had a bad fixture, but he was better than the options I could have gotten from the free agency or waiver pool. I should have just backed my pick and let it ride out. Yeah.
Man, fantasy is a funny game, man. The less work you do, the better you do. Like
I know, right?
I mean, Konsa's the only Villa defender that we have on our list, but I don't think you'd be rolling him out against Man City away.
No, definitely not.
So before we move on from the Palace defenders, let's say your opponent has Munoz and you've got to pick between Mitchell and Richards. Richards, who ended up as the top scoring Crystal Palace defender this game week. I still want to go Mitchell.
Same. Richards has become a reliable-ish asset.
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah, he's not in that territory yet, but
Yeah.
it's still just the excitement from
The wingbacks,
the
the
wingbacks.
upside.
Yeah, exactly.
Agreed. All right, pick another one.
Forrest. Ooh, I love this guy. Well, a lot of managers probably have good memories of Felipe from last season. He was the next one I saw free in our league. And my opponent had Forrest, Nico Williams, and I was like, I actually don't trust Forrest defense this week, so I'm not going to go there. But Felipe was who I was eyeing up. 11 points on Goose. Not bad at all.
I mean, I don't blame you. That 11 points also includes a yellow card, includes a goal conceded. But if you look at his history, negative 1.5 in 14 minutes, sure. Negative 7 in 45, 10.75 with a clean sheet, 2.25 with a goal conceded, -3, but they conceded 5, and 2.75 after conceded 1. That's not the Felipe we knew.
Exactly that.
So I saw the name, but I was hesitant. So like in one of my leagues, I think I went Bassi over Felipe. Obviously that went terribly wrong, but
Oh man, yeah. So are you keen on Felipe again? Like, is he reborn? Maybe not yet.
I think I want to give it one more game, man. They're coming up against Fulham, and Fulham, like, sure, it was a weird result for them, but I still think there's something about Fulham. Like,
yeah, the attack is clicking at least, right?
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know if it's one of those situations as well, because Muniz is such a physical striker, likes to receive the ball and stuff. So maybe Felipe can get some points benefits from that, like playing up against a big man like that. So
True.
But I wouldn't say Felipe is like top of my list, sort of thing.
Right. But okay, between him and Nico.
Ooh. Nico got what? 4.75?
I think so.
It's the upside again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't think I would have been massively upset if I had gone Nico over Felipe this game week.
Neither me. If it cost me my game, sure, but
Yeah. But I think I'd give it one more game week, to be honest.
Fair. And there's been rotation in Felipe's spot, so...
Yeah, exactly. Like, we were talking about possibly Bowley coming in, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like, we talked about me holding him, if he started and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like it's a bit unpredictable still.
Agreed. We've created a bit of hype around this guy. He delivered. I want to say delivered yet again. Chris Meffam. Senesi, I think the verdict's still out on his timeline. So Meffam should play. Meffam got some of the managers in our Discord to win this game week. I mean...
Yeah, I saw that.
9 points is not shabby at all.
Well, 10, I think.
Oh, was it 10?
Yeah. Okay, I think there was an adjustment, yeah.
True. Double digits is the benchmark.
Yeah. Fucking love to see that, man. My only sad point about it is he's no longer zero hero, so...
Yeah, I see that. So 9% is still very lowly owned.
Yeah.
Should be widely available. But speaking of zero heroes, though, the guy who came off the bench got the assist.
Yeah.
Lloyd Kelly.
Yeah.
0% owned. I expect him to start at least some points again in this season. With the games coming back to back to back. You never know when, but definitely one is kind of on my radar. They're both more exciting than Zabarni, in my opinion.
Do you remember when someone in our Discord was like, should I pair Meffam with Zabarni? And we were like, no, replace.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And we were right. We got that right. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
Did Adam Smith get an assist this game week too?
Yes, he did.
So where to see the defensive line getting the attacking returns for them? But
yeah,
it's still Mepham with no returns outscoring both those defenders. So
yeah, I think I'm still going Mepham all day.
Yeah.
And Kirkes jamming out a clean sheet, and without that clean sheet, he would have gone negative points. So let's just put that out there.
yeah.
Shall we go to Brentford next?
Sure. I'm still not that keen on Ayer and Zanka. Good week for Zanka. Ayer. Good week for Ayer.
Well, both of them. Zanka got 15.5 without any
Did
attacking
he?
returns. Yeah.
What?
So, but I don't know if that's because United are so garbage.
Right? Quite possible.
And that
Brentford should have won that game, right?
Oh, massively, yeah.
But it's still like there's some leakiness to their defense that just doesn't leave me with like confidence. Doesn't instill me with confidence.
Yeah, I get it.
And I find the consistency is not there. Like I'll depend on Ayer, I'll depend on Zank, and then they get double digits one game, they get single or close to zero the next game. So,
I mean, if I had to pick between the two, I'm still going Ayer.
yeah, fair. Dara O'Shea, huge game.
Fucking hell.
I mean, it is Chelsea. 10-man Burnley. What the hell?
Yeah. He got
Why
a goal,
not?
right?
He got a goal.
Yeah.
He was ghosting like a monster before it, but then he got the goal.
Yeah. I mean, he's usually been the best ghoster out of all the Burnley defenders, I want to say, aside from Assignon.
Yes, and well, Assignon with the silly red card. Actually, I heard it was harsh, actually, not silly. I didn't see it. But back to double yellow, so Assignon sits out one. Again, up against Wolves, not too concerned about Wolves at the moment.
So you'd probably go Dara.
Yeah, if I had no other available options, why not?
Yeah. It's not the worst play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he does play super early in the game week though, and I probably will avoid because there'd probably be more rotation and better options to come later on.
Yeah, and I'm like the thing is like Burnley's a very high possession sort of team, right? Even though they're crap. So I'm just wondering like if the games that they have less possession, Dara does better because he has to do more.
Right. Yeah.
Because like he's had shit scores before, right? Where like you look at the game versus West Ham, for example, where he got 2.75 after conceding 2. West Ham are a team that typically thrive off of less possession.
Right.
Whereas you face Chelsea you'd expect to have more of the ball than Burnley, or maybe equivalent or something. So Dara has to do more defensive work sort of thing. So I'm just wondering with this Wolves team, like, I feel like Burnley, my gut is telling me Burnley will have more possession in this game.
Yeah, Wolves like to do those counter-attacking plays, and yeah, agree. I get you.
So, I mean, even with your whole early fixture stuff, like in the game week, it's not because of the timing of the fixture, but that is just like another reason why I'm like,
Avoid.
Not my immediate grab.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. They have a few names on here that I'm not confident get solid minutes. So, Rico Lewis coming on for Ake. Not worth talking about in my opinion. Jarrell Kwanzaa, good game, but Konate's fit. I don't expect him to be nailed.
Yeah. It was actually surprising that Kwanzaa started.
Yeah, I'm guessing just Konate will start the next one is what it is.
Just
And
managing workload,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. Cucurella.
Do you really want to go to Chelsea defense, bro?
Yes and no. if you're really looking far out into the playoff region where Chelsea will have double game weeks, it's one to consider. I mean, Cucurella put up, 5 key passes?
Yeah.
Um,
no, not 5. Wait, yeah, he did 5 key passes.
Yeah, 5 key passes. That's what I mean. The play was coming between him and Gusto.
Yeah, I mean, Gusto, the other defender with 5 key passes.
Right, exactly.
Fortunately, the latter got injured.
Exactly. So it could just be that it's Burnley, though. So I don't know. I'll monitor Cucurella. I'm not gonna grab.
Yeah, same.
Anyone else you want to talk about here?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, there's a few more names. Did Lindelof get injured, by the way?
Yeah, he got subbed off with an injury, I think.
Okay. Because, I mean, one of those United centre-backs is always doing well every game week. So, the problem is like Lindelof's points are obviously like bumped up because he was able to keep that clean sheet before they conceded.
Right. He was winning a lot of aerials.
Yeah.
Which he does.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Still.
Yeah. I think he won the most of all the United defenders with 4.
Yeah.
But then Mags comes on and reminds us of how well he ghosts.
Correct.
But I'd be surprised if you're able to get Mags in your league. Like, I held him on my bench.
I've seen discussion in our Discord where some people are saying you can drop Mags.
Would you touch Varane?
I would never.
Yeah, same.
It's so rare for me to have to go to Varane. I think I did it once, and then he actually had a decent game that game week, but he doesn't ghost very well.
Yeah, agreed. We're not touching Sheffield United defenders or Luton defenders because they come up against title contenders.
Correct.
I don't think it's worth talking about Joel Veltman.
No.
So let's move on then.
Sure.
All right. Midfielders. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with someone who burned me last game week, although I still got wins, but absolutely smashed it this game week. Josh Cullen, yo.
Fucking troll.
I know, right? Guy smashes it or like takes set pieces, has corners. I get enticed. I grab him, puts up, 3 points total. I drop him. He puts up, close to 30?
Yeah, 28.
Jesus.
Goal, assist, 3 key passes, 2 shots on target. There's a yellow card in there, by the way.
And again, it's a 10-man Burnley squad. What the hell?
Ridiculous. What are we doing with him?
I don't know. I think he's worth monitoring. I mean, Brownhill came off the bench too. Got a whole 45 minutes and did well himself.
Yeah, got the assist as well in his 17-point haul.
I do want to do a check at some point who's hogging the set pieces and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, just like usual, I don't mind a set piece taker from a shit team.
Yeah. I mean, they're fighting for their lives right now.
True, exactly.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. Can we talk about Bournemouth? New boy finally getting some minutes.
Right? Yo, solid double-digit return, right?
Yeah. Tyler Adams.
And we've seen... Is this the same Tyler Adams? It's a common name.
What do you mean? Is there another Tyler Adams you're thinking of?
I don't know. I feel like there might be. Okay, it is the same guy, right?
Has to be.
But anyway, yeah, we've seen him in the past at Leeds do like steady Eddie territory.
Yeah. My concern though is for Cook owners.
I mean, Cook had a decent game himself, didn't he?
9.5, yeah. I mean, 3 key passes, so I'm actually wondering what the heat map would have looked like then.
Right.
Because then if Adams is taking up a deeper position, does Cook go up in value even more?
Right.
So if I look at the average positioning, Adams was basically sat in the circle by himself. Lewis Cook was basically playing like a wide forward, almost like a winger.
Just off of Tav, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, just off of Tav.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, how soon is Christie back? That's my concern.
Yeah, he had a solid red flag, right?
Yeah.
So I think it was like a cut on his knee during international break. So it might be like, okay, Adams is back. Let's not risk further damage to Christie. Because I do think Christie's still pivotal to,
I think
to
so
how
too.
they play.
Yeah.
So what'll be interesting is if Christie's back now, does the likes of Clivert suffer?
I'm not sure. To me, it's a wait and see though. But the fixtures are good, so
Would you be grabbing Adams?
I think he's worth stashing. Yeah.
At home to Crystal Palace?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
that sold on Alex Scott.
Yeah, he's not getting minutes. Like, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sucks that Dango also can't get the start.
Yeah. Really does.
But we'll come to that. Yo. Chong. Is this like the fourth return in 5 games or something absurd?
Kid is on so much form.
What? Like, I had him for the blank game week. I had him for the double game week in 2 leagues. And then obviously that was all I wanted him for. Dropped him, but now it's like a bit of regret.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
actually a good asset? Should I have held? There's questions.
Nah. Very return dependent, man.
I know, but he's getting those returns. It's 4 returns in 5. No, 3 returns in 5.
Are you gonna really hold him versus Arsenal, regardless of a start or a bench?
No. So Arsenal, though.
Yeah.
Definitely not. So
Yeah.
yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Any love for these Newcastle boys? They had a good up and down game.
I heard that game was amazing, by the way.
It was so end to end. Oh man. More so probably because the game was just so open.
Yeah.
But Jacob Murphy smashed it on my bench. 13.5 points. Pure goals. Harvey Barnes comes on for 2 goals.
I'm actually shocked that Barnes is under 40, by the way.
Same. I mean, I know I owned in a league, dropped him when he had his resurgence of whatever. But he really should not be that low.
And with Gordon's red card suspension, surely Barnes starts.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah.
Miggy also came on, got a good few goals in,
Yeah.
but like just over 10 minutes and then had to go off injured himself. So more surety of starts for those 2 players.
Yeah. I think if the 3 of Longstaff, Murphy, and Barnes starts, weirdly enough, I think I'd go Murphy over Barnes.
Yeah, I think Murphy will see out the game or get more minutes.
Especially
I get
because
it.
Barnes had that whole relapse and injuries, and I feel like they wouldn't push him to complete the 90. I mean, look, Newcastle just lost 2 centre-backs in like back-to-back games or something, so
Yep.
they really need to be smarter with their players.
Yep. Agreed. I'm not that interested in the rest of these guys.
Not even the Sheffield United guy with the fucking name like R Blaster.
Yo, it's like it's like some gear to equip on a game, yo.
I saw that name when I was like quickly trying to find like FAs to like fill in my roster. I saw that. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, was this like the first time he's ever played football or something? Like
Such a good name, though.
oh, great name. I agree though. I wouldn't go anywhere there. João Gomes has been a name that we've kind of mentioned here, there. He got what I think 5, 6.
I think 6
ghosts. Yeah.
6, yeah.
Are you like low on him, high on him? Like,
I have him right now pegged dead, steady Eddie territory. I just prefer more upside picks right now.
yeah,
Especially with what I think are decent fixtures this game week for certain players. Like we mentioned already, Tyler Adams or even Murphy versus Everton. I think those fixtures are good. João Gomes against Burnley, I get it. But I'm just worried about Wolves, man.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I agree. The other names are not very inspiring, to say the least. So let's go into the final position then, forwards.
So we have a lot of forwards to talk about, in my opinion. It's also like you said, busy period, back-to-back games, and that's when forwards get rotated and utilized a lot. I want to start off on Sheffield, surprisingly or not. Ben Diaz just smashed the game week, but it's also McBurney's first start in a while, right? I think.
I believe
don't
so.
know.
Yeah, I believe
And
so.
he absolutely smashed it himself.
Yeah, I mean they both kind of combined for all the returns, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I guess the opposition is hard in Liverpool, like you said, title contenders. But I actually wouldn't mind rostering one of these guys for like longer term.
You'd consider them forward 3 highest, right? Like,
Yeah, at highest is for 3.
yeah.
I just think Ben is actually decent when he plays.
I mean, he passed the eye test when he first got introduced into the league.
He did.
But I genuinely didn't think they would have done that to Fulham.
Agreed.
Ben over... Brereton Diaz over McBurney?
For
Even
me,
though-
yes.
Even though McBurney possibly has pens?
Has pens when he's on, yeah. I'm worried about his minutes.
Yeah. And he could get a red card randomly.
Fair.
He has this like violent streak in him, I feel. So, I don't know.
As we're on the topic of like rotation types, Adama,
Yo, I saw this man got another mini haul.
yet another return off the bench.
I wish I was in a league that had auto subs. Like,
Yeah, yo. I mean, in the last 4 appearances, 3 returns off the bench, and then even in the one he didn't return, he put up 6.5.
Yeah.
In 19 minutes, like.
insane. Honestly, insane.
I'm just waiting for the moment he gets his start, and still nobody's rostering him, right? Like,
Yeah, no. But it's just nice to kind of remind people of how destructive he can be if he ever nails that spot.
yeah, exactly.
How are you feeling with Bobby, though? 13.5 with the goal.
I don't know. Bobby's done way better recently than he has in a long time, right?
Yeah, it seems so, yeah.
It still doesn't, like, he doesn't even get a Shaw sub in, though. Like, there's some games he sits out entirely, and it's pretty strange to me.
Yeah, I mean, his last 3 sub appearances were 4 minutes, 7 minutes, 1 minute.
Yeah, and I think in between there, he missed the whole game. Like, he just wasn't utilized off the bench at all.
Yeah.
So, he's still an avoid for me, but
yeah, agreed.
if he's starting in the game, yeah, why not? Fulham are clicking.
Yeah. You talked about like subs, rotation, all that sort of stuff. With Bournemouth, you think there's a chance we could see Dango? I mean, if Ennis is there, I would definitely go to Ennis if he starts.
Yeah, I think Dango will get a start in one of the next 2.
Yeah, agreed.
And I think he'll play longer than just the 45 minutes.
Yeah.
If he does, I'm happy to grab. I waiver for him every game week now. I just wait on the lineup, see he doesn't start, and I drop.
Yeah, I like that strategy.
Yeah. And typically they play early on in the game week, which they do this game week, so why not?
Yeah.
Ennis, I'm less confident in Ennis. Because I just know even if I start Dango off the bench, he will come on, he will do well enough. I don't actually know how many minutes Ennis will get.
Yeah. DDF missed this week because facing parent club, because he's on loan from Chelsea, etc. So I assume he comes right back into the starting lineup because of how prolific he's been in his time for the Clarets. Are we considering him as a possible option as well?
The fixture's good. I don't particularly want him long term, but if fouls are slim pickings and he's there because people drop because he couldn't play Chelsea, sure, why not?
The thing is, I don't trust any of the other Burnley forwards because of them not being able to finish close to 90 minutes.
Not even Odebear.
Yeah, I mean, Odebear played 69 this week. Foster played 68. Bryn Larson played 45.
I just think Odebear has slightly better ghost potential. So if he's getting 60 plus, I think he can do enough damage in that time. But I get you.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to put it in order, DDF, Odebear, the rest.
Yeah.
Anyone
I do want to
else?
talk about that guy. He took his goal so well.
Bastard took away my clean sheets.
In no time. 1 minute, was it? He actually played, in my opinion, in the right places and with a good bit of confidence in him. Like, he hit side netting like 2 or 3 times where he probably should have hit the target. And he got an unnecessary yellow card. I don't even remember what for. I don't think he even knows what he got it for. But probably dissent. But you know what? If that is who Brighton are rolling out from the start, and I find Brentford a bit leaky at the moment, I'm not against it.
Yeah. I mean, he finished 90 minutes, which is the impressive part.
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like last season around this time, Welbeck went on a bit of a tear, right? Which kind of raised his value in drafts this season.
Did he? I can't recall. Maybe I did own for that period. I can't remember. Yeah.
Like you did, yeah.
And he was very return dependent, but he was getting the returns.
Yeah. And like you said, Brentford leaky.
Yes.
By the way, did you see my boy Morgan got a start?
I saw. Didn't go that well though.
No. he basically just got 5 dribbles and that was it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's playing City, so I was just mentioning him for bans.
As you mentioned, dribbles, right? I don't actually know, but guess who I think got the highest number of dribbles this game week?
I I want to say Adama just for shits and giggles, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. Highest number of dribbles this week. To be honest, I've really, really not followed anything. Give me a position.
I'll give you. Okay, I'll say mid.
Mid. Essay?
No. So he plays for City.
Kovacic.
Nope. Rodrigo.
Wow.
7 successful dribbles. Kudus got 6.
Rodri can do no wrong, man.
Like, I don't even know where that came from. I was falling asleep in that game. It was pretty boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's just two teams that just pass the ball all game, right?
Basically. But he put up, 16 points? Of which 7 were dribbles. And 3 key passes. So, like...
Oh, God. Noni Madueke.
Cameo appearance, 6 points.
Yeah. If we're talking about back-to-back-to-back fixtures, I feel like he's one of those players that could get a random start in the next 2.
I agree. And I would want him if that's the case. Especially against a United defense that absolutely should have gotten wrecked by Brentford.
Yeah. Is there anyone else we can touch on?
Nah, not for me.
Keane Lewis ghosted well.
Oh, reverse OOP?
Yeah, 13 points.
I kind of worry, or not worry so much. I'm waiting to see when Mbuemo comes in and what happens to the lineup. That's my biggest worry there.
Yeah, because we've seen Mbuemo deployed in this wing-back role before.
Yeah, exactly.
Beto?
Nah,
I mean, he scored, but off the bench.
I know. I guess it is Newcastle, eh? A wrecked defense.
Ugh, they cannot stop conceding at the moment, mate.
They can't stop conceding and they can't stop being injured.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I think that's about it, to be honest.
Yep.
Should we pick one each per position before we wrap up this pod?
All right, sure.
Goalies?
It's Muric, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're picking Muric, I'm probably gonna go with Henderson.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Defense, you go first.
Oof. I think I gotta stick with our Discord pick, Mepham.
Nice. I'll throw out the next one that we've been praising for a while now. He comes up against him. Munoz.
Yep. I like that. Midfield, why don't you go first?
I want to go wild. I want to go like Josh Cullen.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go there. I will go Jacob Murphy.
Nice.
Yeah. And forwards?
It's so hard for me to look past. I was going to say... Okay, let me just throw out Fofana. Really...
I was gonna go with a Fofana. No worries.
Yeah. He's really like a worthy roster pick. Out of all the options we're playing who are kind of the streamers, he's worth rostering. So
Yeah. This one is a tough one. I think I go that guy Welbs then.
fair enough.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so those are the picks and that is the pod. Thank you guys for tuning in to another quick waiver pod. Hopefully this has some benefit to you. We should be back with another pod, I think, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
But as always, if you have any questions, DM us on Twitter. or X or whatever you call it, and we'll send you a link to the Discord, and we can chat in there. But other than that, Ryan, enjoy the rest of your evening. Try to take some time off until the pain resumes on Tuesday.
You too.
I'll see you when I see you, bro.
All right.
Peace.